Today we will discuss Module 6 of Web Technology, Introduction to PHP. First, origin of PHP. PHP is basically a server-side scripting language and it was developed by Rasmus Lerdof. He is a Danish-Canadian programmer. He is known as the founder of PHP and it was developed in the year 1994. And the initial purpose of this scripting language was to track the visitors to his personal website, and the first acronym for PHP was personal homepage, and later people began using a recursive acronym for PHP, that is PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. So PHP is a recursive acronym for PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. And now PHP is developed, distributed as an open source product, and it is now resident on most of the web servers, and it is a server-side scripting language, so it is normally used for form handling and database access. The prime purpose of this PHP language is database access. Overview of PHP. PHP is a server-side HTML embedded scripting language. That means it is a server-side scripting language and PHP scripts are usually embedded within HTML. And when a browser requests a document that includes PHP script, web server provides that document by calling PHP processor. And this web server determines a document that includes PHP script by checking its file name extension. If the requested document is having an extension .php, .php3 or .phtml, that means the document has embedded PHP scripts within it. So basically your document will be a mixture of HTML and PHP scripts. So your PHP processor has two modes of operation, copy mode and interpret mode. And this PHP processor takes a PHP document file as an input and produces an HTML document file. When this PHP processor finds HTML code or markup code in the input file, it simply copies it to the output file. That mode of operation is known as copy mode. And second mode of operation is interpret mode. When the processor encounters PHP script in the input file, it interprets the PHP script and sends the output of script to the output file. That mode is interpret mode. So these are the two modes of operation of PHP processor, copy mode and interpret mode. And PHP is usually an interpreted language, and the syntax and semantics of PHP are closely related to the syntax and semantics of JavaScript. PHP uses dynamic typing similar to JavaScript, and variables are not type declared, and the type of the variable is set every time it is assigned a value. So similar to JavaScript, PHP is also a dynamically typed language, and PHP has an extensive library of functions, making it flexible and powerful tool for server-side software development, and it is an open source product. Okay. Characteristics of PHP. These are some of the characteristics: simplicity, efficiency, security, flexibility and familiarity. Next is coming to the uses of PHP. PHP can be used for file management. That is, PHP scripts can be used to create, open, read, write or close files on your system. Then PHP can handle forms, form handling. That means PHP can be used to collect data from files, save data to file and return data to users, etc. And using PHP, you can add, delete or modify elements within database. Database access is a prime purpose of PHP. And another important use of PHP is cookies and session management through cookies. Cookies means these are some small blocks of data created by your web server while a user is browsing a website, and this small data block is placed on the device that is used to access the website. Okay, so session management using cookies, that is an important use of PHP. Again, using PHP you can restrict the access to the pages of your website, and it can encrypt data encryption. Syntactic characteristics of PHP. I have already mentioned that you can include PHP scripts within HTML. That is one method of including PHP script, and in second case you can place PHP code in a separate file, and that separate file can be included within HTML. And if we are embedding PHP code directly within HTML, then you should enclose the script within these two tags, PHP and closing tags. Okay, and if a PHP script is stored as a separate file, then it can be included within HTML document using an include construct, and syntax will be include within parenthesis filename.php. And these are the two methods for including PHP scripts. You can either directly embed within HTML, or you can include using an include construct. And regarding variable naming, PHP variables should begin with a dollar symbol. Every variable name should begin with a dollar sign, and after the dollar sign you can use a letter or an underscore, and from next position onwards letters, underscores or digits are permitted. And similar to JavaScript, PHP variable names are also case sensitive. Then these are some of the reserved words in PHP: and, break, case, class, continue, default, do, else, else if, extends, false, for each, function, etc. And the list is not complete. Regarding comments, including comments within PHP, single line comments can be specified using hash symbol or double slash, and multi-line comments can be used with slash star or star slash. Then all statements in PHP are terminated with semicolons, and braces are used to form compound statements or control structures. Next is regarding data types in PHP. PHP supports 8 data types, and this can be classified further into 3 categories. First category is scalar types. Scalar types are also known as predefined types. Boolean, integer, double and string. These are the data types coming under scalar types. And compound types is the second category. Compound types are also known as user defined types. Array and object are coming under compound types. And two special types are also used, resource and null. Then a variable in PHP can be either integer type, double type, string type or boolean type. And regarding variables, PHP is a dynamically typed language. There is no type declaration, and the type of the variable is set when a value is assigned to a variable, and we need not declare the type of the variable in case of PHP. And for unassigned variables, it has a value null. And using a function isSet, we can test whether a variable currently has a value. For example, isSet of $fruit returns true if the variable fruit has currently a non-null value and it will return false otherwise. So ESET function is used for testing whether a variable currently has a value associated with it. First one is integer type. Integer type, PHP has a single integer type named integer, and this type corresponds to the long type of C, and in most cases that is 32 bits. And second is double type. Double type corresponds to double type of C, and double literals can include decimal point, exponent, or both. Third category of data types is string type. String literals can be enclosed within single or double quotes, and if we are enclosing string literals within single quotes, then escape sequences such as /n are not recognized, and the values of embedded variables are not substituted for their names. And if we are using double quoted string, escape sequences are recognized and embedded variables are replaced by their values. For example, here is a string which is enclosed within single quotes. The sum is $sum. So output will be the sum is $sum itself. And if this variable sum is having a value 10.2 and you need to print or substitute the value of sum here, then you need to enclose this string within double quotes. Double quotes, the sum is $sum. Then the output will be the sum is $10.2.